So Ravens flock, I'm sure you saw a few days ago the San Francisco 49ers came to an agreement with quarterback Brock Purdy on a massive contract. Shout out to him. He outplayed his draft status. He clearly, even if he's not necessarily the best QB, he is clearly good enough in their eyes to where they feel like they don't want to waste time. And as a Ravens fan, that definitely makes me feel a bit embarrassed, because when you look at the past 5 to 7 years, more or less, we're really the only team that had a franchise quarterback who we fought tooth and nail with, all because for whatever reason, we simply did not want to pay him. And I have to do videos like this, and people like me have to do videos like this because of the fact that I know how people are, and people have short memories, short attention spans, and they love to rewrite history. Even now, it's only been 2 years removed from Lamar finally getting a deal, and already you have people trying to act like it was always peaches and sunshine between Lamar and the Ravens, and that's not the case. And I want to make sure videos like this go on record. That way, if somebody 5 to 10 years from now tries to write a different story, people can still go back to videos like this and say, well, no, that's not true. That's the opposite of what happened. This guy was there. He witnessed what happened. Many of you were there. You witnessed what happened. I remember vividly, because that's right around the time I just started this channel. And I'm witnessing all of this disrespect come Lamar's way over and over and over again. People were acting as if paying him anything would just be absolutely ludicrous based on an opinion about a guy who has done nothing but overachieve, but for whatever reason you think poorly of him. I don't understand. To this day, I don't get it, but it still happened. We could have had Lamar under contract 2 years earlier for more or less $40 million, but instead, the Ravens dragged it out for as long as humanly possible and caused a lot of unnecessary drama. Whereas these other teams, they're handling stuff behind closed doors. They're not leaking BS stories to the media about how their quarterback is lazy and doesn't work hard. And they get paid, and that's the end of the story. They move forward and they keep their main focus on trying to get as close to a Super Bowl as they possibly can. I remember, it's crazy, like even just thinking about it. I remember people with a straight face when I first started making this channel or making videos on this channel. People with a straight face would tell me that Trace McSorley and Tyler Huntley were better than Lamar Jackson and could replace him. That was the argument. People were literally saying that it's not Lamar, this is just great coaching, and we have the greatest running coordinator, run game coordinator / OC and head coach combo of all time. This is historic. He's a plug-in. He's just somebody that's being plugged in, but we could take him out, put in Trace McSorley. Ladies and gentlemen, where is Trace McSorley? It is 2025. I need somebody in the comment section to answer the simple question: where in the world is Trace McSorley? No offense to Trace McSorley. He seemed like a likable guy. No, but either way, he's pretty much Waldo at this point. Ravens fans don't know what that man is. But it's absolutely ridiculous, regardless of the fact that without Lamar playing, we had a losing record, including a season where we were 8-3. Lamar gets hurt in the pocket, and we just needed one win to sneak into the playoffs, and instead we just went 0-6. People will see that and still say that Lamar was not worth the money. People were still saying that you should just let him walk. It was just fascinating. It was a fascinating time, like, to witness this in real time. It still doesn't make that much sense. And now you see a lot of people who are very, very big Lamar fans crashing out for Lamar on many occasions, and many people may not understand why they're doing this, but to me, I understand. To me, I get what's happening with that whole situation. Many of these people were living through that time period of Lamar getting attacked so much, and they defended him so many times to the point where they just got used to crashing out. And now people are trying to gaslight them into thinking that everybody has always believed in Lamar Jackson, and that's never been the case. It never has been. Or it's easier to say it now because you're talking about two, what should have been three MVPs. But in 2021, there were people with a straight face saying that you shouldn't pay him, even though he already won MVP, throwing the ball to Trace McSorley and Willie Snead. It was a crazy time, man. It's a bizarre time to be a Ravens fan, in my opinion. And the ironic part about it all is, despite the collusion and the Ravens' resistance to want to pay Lamar, despite all of that, when Lamar finally did get paid, Lamar's the only person on this team who has lived up to how much he's gotten paid. You look at some of the other players on this team that the Ravens were quicker to pay. None of these people have lived up to their contract. Not one of these people. I notice a lot of people get triggered when I bring up Roquan Smith. I don't care if you get triggered. You can't justify paying Roquan Smith $100 million when in 3 years of him being on this team, he's been a ghost when you need him most. That's a fact. That's not debatable. That is a fact. 3 years worth of playoff games that he's a non-factor. I was told that he was supposed to be this great player when it comes to stopping the run, but yet when Josh Allen and James Cook needed to get a run off, especially a clutch run when they needed to get another first down to milk the clock, they got it. But whether it's Roquan or Matabike, definitely Marcus Williams, so many people on this team have not lived up to their contract, at least not yet. Maybe things can change, but so far they haven't lived up to it yet. The one guy who has is Lamar. He has outplayed his deal. And now we're in a weird situation where Lamar's cap hit after this year will go up to $74 million. There's questions about what the Ravens should do. I'm sure that we all know the obvious answer. Restructure Lamar's contract. Give Lamar a raise. He's already outplayed his deal, which sounds crazy to say, like somebody got paid $50 million a year, but they've already outplayed that contract. But yes, he's given you really 2 back-to-back MVP seasons, even though one of the MVPs was robbed from him. Just restructure him, give him a raise, free up some money. That way, once next year come around, we're not panicking, wondering how we gonna work this roster or work the salary cap around this one person being a $74 million hit. And also, even if fans are concerned, there's no reason to be concerned. It's clear that Lamar's entering his prime. He's clearly the best quarterback in football. All we need to do is do the obvious thing. Give the man his money. And in my opinion, and this really, football is a business. I understand that. We shouldn't be focused on bringing up principles and all these other things. However, at the end of the day, in my opinion, just to make up for just to make up for wasting his rookie deal, not building the best possible team, or not giving him the best possible weapons, because we did have pieces, but I don't feel like we had pieces in the right places at that time. And then also to make up for 2 years of unnecessary drama where every single day it was one story after another, one story after the next, when we could have just cut straight to the point, cut a check, and put our focus, not just as a front office, but as us as fans or people at the end of the bar, put all of our focus back on what's gonna be the best thing for this team getting to the Super Bowl? What's the holes we need to fill? Either way, that's not even a rant. That's my statement for the day. Let me know, do you think Lamar should get a pay increase? Currently, he's the 10th highest paid quarterback in the league, even though he's playing like the best quarterback in the league. But do you think he should get a raise? Do you think they're going to restructure his deal this year? Or do you think they're going to restructure it next year? Or do you think a complete unexpected scenario is going to play out?